peace. Happy now, of course. Now is the vibrate. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now, I want to see if we can get a close up on that sign up there that says AIDS is a civil rights problem. Martin Luther King on it. Matter of fact, and just so happened, the streets that we're in between is Selma. Selma from the Martin Luther King March. The actual street right here name is Selma, and the street right here is Sunset. Matter of fact, we in Hollywood right now in LA, and of course, now I'm delivering this from a human aspect for me to even get into this, of course, because of course we are all vibrations on a human experience, and we're in the matrix, and this is just some bullcorn. But from a human aspect, this is some real disrespectful stuff. Just looking at it, cause too, and I'm not putting it on blast to create some type of trolling situation. I'm honestly just showing it so we could be aware of how much we need to keep on working on ourselves, so we could be the change that we want to see outside ourselves. Because it's ridiculous that still in this day and age, not only the audacity for a phrase like that, like either you're extremely ignorant and you need to be taught something, or you're trying to kill me. Because the fact that Dr. SEBI exists and went to the Supreme Court and battled that case and showed nothing but witnesses of him curing AIDS and cancer, the fact that even places acknowledge, like we in Hollywood, we in LA, this is a vegan place, this is a healthy place. Why it ain't a picture of Dr. Sebi saying AIDS is cured? Like what type of stuff is that? And that lets you know, again, with a mind frame of the people who, governs medicine and all these organizations. And two, you see how, you see also how it's a programming of the subconscious. Because they still making it seem like AIDS is something that hasn't been cured before. Or like it's something that they ain't create. But again, AIDS is a civil rights issue. Matter of fact, I don't know who is ahf.org or whatever, or who's, over putting up signs right here, but, it's just real eye-opening. That's all it is. You just want to be aware that it's still people who's able to, who, I guess, in the position of, places of putting signs up and things of this nature, who still have a way of thinking that's just, very detrimental towards certain people. And again, that's why I'm saying, because I'm toting that line, because with being on your spiritual growth, you don't want to get too into the fact of, I'm a black person, this and that. But, kind of like how I bring up what's going on in this physical matrix, you know what I'm saying? The situation at hand, what we dealing with in the physical matrix is, people still, doing stuff like that, disrespecting other beings, and in essence killing a bunch of people, because it's not nothing just towards no melanated or just black people. I mean, that's killing whoever, could possibly, for lack of a better word, acquire AIDS, but it's all, this ease of the body is more of your cells mimicking that, how can I say, that bacteria or whatever, but it's not even a disease, and then it amplifies through your mind. But anyway, that's making more than just melanated people casualties. That's like everybody. It's like AIDS is a civil rights issue, and the fact that it's like not bringing up Dr. Sebi. Like, one thing is for sure, like when we look at our parents and the way our parents raised us, and this government says it's love us. This government says it love us and it's under God. We believe in God and all this. And why you don't take care of me like you believe in God and Jesus and all these things that you say you believe in? Which I'm a bullcon because I know better, but it's an obvious sign that you're trying to kill me, or again, you're extremely ignorant. And if you're extremely ignorant, maybe you need to educate yourself before you put up signs like that. Because again, the fact that Dr. Sebi exists and he cured AIDS, a sign like that shouldn't even be up, But I gotta put it on blast and gotta say shame on you, LA, Hollywood area. Like, and all this progressive, and I tell people too, because a lot of people ask me about how different it is from Louisiana and LA, about the racism and stuff like that. I'm like, it's just a different tone to it. But, the foolishness is still going on. But again, we're not going, this video is not to have you, because of course I had a little, it's just that little energy of source, that little segment, fiery, divine, feminine energy, mixed with that masculine. Because again, Sekhmet is like, so fiery that, she was depicted with a phallus as a masculine slash feminine deity. But like, stuff like that, it just kind of made me deliver it with that but we're not gonna let that troll us. We know what we gotta do. We know that in this progressive city of LA, and again, man, I love this city. I love, man, the good don't have to suffer for the bad. Everybody is not thinking like how this sign, because again, like I'm saying, like I'm in so many vegan spots and everybody like, oh yeah, Dr. Sebi, this and that. So again, the fact that it is known heavily out here that Dr. Sebi cured AIDS and all these different things, but they still got a sign up there like that, it's, matter of fact, what's funny, she heard me and looked up like almost on some shit like, yeah, I can feel it. It's like, yes, blessings, I Rastafari, Just be aware, y'all, that it's still that type of ignorance existed in the world. So we just need to stay strong and not let up on our spiritual growth. Because it's all about the inner work, you know what I'm saying? It's not about going outside and saying, hey, you pull down that sign. Nah, you don't make nobody do nothing. It's their free will to do whatever they want. You gotta, matter of fact, another thing, importantly, you gotta be instilling the right seeds in the youth, because it ain't about us. Some of us that's still a little younger in essence, yeah, but it's mostly about the real youth, like the younger 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, the youth that's gonna shape the future, you know what I'm saying? It's about letting them know that, hey man, we still live in a world where a foolishness like this exists, you know what I'm saying? And coaching them to do the inner work, you know what I'm saying? So the outer work could just fall into place. But it's about the kids, man. It's about letting the kids know, because stuff like that is ridiculous, man. But again, it's a matrix, and the design, before we all step down into this matrix, matter of fact, on the end note, to get back on a soulful level, and this is a matrix, and this is a game. We signed up for this. We say, all right. There's gonna be some beings doing some disrespectful things down here, but we still, matter of fact, we didn't write that, but that's what it said on the contract, and we signed the line, like, all right, we down. That's why coming down to earth, and just a lot of the old souls got that soldier vibe to it, like that warrior spirit, because it's like, you signed up for a little warrior job in essence, but shame on you, Hollywood, which was so non-coincidental as, this is the area too that's gonna be flip upside down and inside out to a certain extent, with all the pedophilia and things of that nature that goes on within the entertainment, And again, also tied into the Ashkenazi Jew situation. As a matter of fact, somebody had commented on my last one to think about it too. Of course, not all Ashkenazi Jews in essence, but you get the picture. to the ones whom it may concern, because again, we in bodysuits, and everybody that's just because your bodysuit may be a certain way, it's all about your inner neuromelanin in your bloodline, So it ain't about, so much of the suit. Blessings, God. just wanted to bring that up to y'all. And two, like, and for this video to be and not to go viral on no case on my behalf or nothing like that, but like just to or just to put this, like, matter of fact, to the point where even if it's not this video, if somebody comes and do their own video to put this on blast and say, bro, look, LA, or whoever's in charge of this area in Hollywood, around Hollywood Boulevard and Selma and Sunset, bruh, this is ridiculous. We gotta do better. Matter of fact, instead of the Martin Luther King thing and AIDS is a civil rights issue, which is a spit in the face, that's the thing too. When people say stuff, you know, when you ever say something, and think about it too, especially if you're about to do a billboard, but think about how serious you take it just when talking in a conversation, when you're about to say something, and before you say it, you're like, ooh, no, if I say it that way, that's gonna kind of rub this person the wrong way. I wanna still deliver this message, but I wanna make it, you know, I want to offend the person, so you clean it up. So think about how we do that on a human level, and you really should consider that on a level where, you know, the media and all kind of people could look and, you know, tape that, look like you would have put that into thought. Like I say, either you're extremely ignorant or you're trying to kill us. You know, because that sign should say, you know, it should have a big ass picture of Dr. SEBI that say electric foods with a bunch of fruits and vegetables on it that say AIDS is cured. AIDS and cancer is cured, with a little paragraph about how he fought it in the Supreme Court. You know, instead of all this foolishness, man. But again, just be aware, y'all. Be aware, man, that foolishness still exists, and we gonna be the change that we want to see. It's gonna trickle out to the outside, man. Peace. I think that's it. I'm just making sure, matter of fact, now since it just things be flowing, I'm making sure all the channels clear. Like I ain't got nothing else dripping out. That's about it. And just most importantly though, again, just don't let things like this troll us, you know. But it is time for things like this to be put on blast, to like, you know, like to say, come on now, because if we don't say, you know, because things got like this from us not speaking up. You know, the reason why racism and all this still exists to this day is because we've been secretly being quiet, like we've been like a North Korean person, like, you know, like accepting it, like knowing that this probably not right, but just kind of going with the flow, you know. And then some of us are, in another sense, like some of us probably so scared in essence still like a slave that you just go along with it and don't say nothing, still like North Korea, you know. Time for that to stop, y'all. Time for that to stop. But LA, you can do better, LA. You can do better. Matter of fact, I would expect something like that in my LA, in Louisiana. I would expect a sign like that. But not this LA. I still love y'all though, man. It's still, you know, sunshine and vegan food. You know, beautiful queens, you know, beautiful essence. But gotta do better. Gotta do better. Peace. Happy now, of course. Now is the vibrate. Not going too far in the past, too far in the future. Right now, acting right now, change the future. You know what I'm saying? Right now could stop future instances of that. Peace out.